First Alert forecast with meteorologist Jan Reichert.
Plus, 9/8 reported tornado touchdown in Wisconsin, the first time in state history this has happened in the month of February. This was around 5:30 near Albany as strong storms moved through the southeastern part of Wisconsin. Hundreds of people lost power. The storms caused fallen trees to damage buildings. The National Weather Service will be out today surveying this damage and able to come up with a classification for that tornado. Additional tornado reports came in from western Illinois around the same time, causing some minor damage in this area. Here is a look at where that was. So Attica, Albany, if you're familiar with southeastern Wisconsin, there's that tornado report, a funnel cloud report right around there. And if we zoom out, a couple other funnel cloud reports near Monroe, Evansville as well. Zooming out even a little bit further, you'll notice anything where you're seeing these little white dots, those are all hail reports. So we did have some of those in parts of eastern Iowa. Most of those, though, just beyond the TV9 viewing area. So we, fortunately, were able to miss out on a lot of the strong storms yesterday. More activity into Illinois, moving towards Chicago and into southeastern Michigan as well. Here's some of the hail we had reported from the Dubuque area. Dawn sent in this photo. Obviously, you can see her hand there. So pretty small hail, fortunately. Again, it is February after all. We're not going to get generally big rounds of that severe weather. Another photo coming in from Dyersville of some small hail there, sent in by Becky. Remember, you can always send in your weather photos very easily. Update your First Alert weather app. There's a new button for submitting photos there, or always kcrg.com/unews. Rainfall totals also coming in from yesterday. Very, very limited. Not a lot, a couple hundredths of an inch of rain yesterday. Nothing highlighted here in your First Alert moving forward as we keep the weather very quiet. We're kind of stuck between two different cold fronts right now. That first one already making its impact known with the weather yesterday and the cooler temperatures today. Another one on the way will bring us down even further into the day tomorrow and the weekend as a whole. Generally, a mix of sun and clouds overhead for us here today. Not a lot to see. As we head through our zone cast this afternoon, we'll climb into the middle 40s in our northeastern zone, like 45 in Elkader, Edgewood, and Dubuque. A mix of sun and clouds overhead. Northwestern zone 46 in Allison, New Hampton at 43, and Oelwein at 45. In our central zone, look for a little bit warmer, like 49 in Cedar Rapids, Traer 2, and 51 in Belle Plaine. Our southern zone topping out in the low to middle 50s. 52 in North English and in Iowa City with the help of a little bit of extra sunshine. We showed you that at the top of the show with our city cam views across the state. Overnight tonight, we're down into the 20s, back below that freezing point, mostly clear skies overhead and really keeping generally quiet weather around for the next while. Mix of sun and clouds here this weekend into next week, but systems really bringing precipitation, looking to miss us largely for a while until we get to the end of next week. You'll see that here in the 9-day forecast. Upper 40s for us today, lower 40s to middle 40s through the weekend and into next week as well. But again, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies, kind of dominating the forecast here for quite a while. It's going to be the end of next week before we have another chance for precipitation in the forecast. Outside of those couple events kind of skirting by the state, really just not a lot happening in the Midwest for us here in the next short while. So not even really near miss chances for us either, but that chance at the end of next week, if you look closely, had snowflakes and raindrops, just showing, yes, it is still February, even though we were in the middle 60s yesterday.
Even though we heard thunder, it's still very much winter.
Absolutely, very much winter for us here for the next couple of months.
Right. All right, thanks, Jan.